So that was just a quick clip of the bike running. So if you're interested, keep watching, and it shows me taking it apart, ready to paint, and also a little bit more about how it works. Okay, it's time for the next project. So what I've got here is what I call my 3-stroke motorbike. It's got a normal pit bike motor, 125, with a 50cc 2-stroke motor, and there's a chain inside here connecting the two flywheels together, and they both run simultaneously. This exhaust pipe I made for there. I'll show you it running in a minute, but I've got to fix up a few little things first. See, this is the back side of it. Can't really see the other motor there because it's got this plastic cover. And what problem we've got at the moment is this T-piece I had to make for the two fuel lines is leaking, so I've got to figure a way of fixing that. I've also got to mount this back brake reservoir. It's going to get too close to this exhaust and melt it. I've also got to put a magnet on this foot peg to allow this kickstart to go down, so you have to have it flicked up. Let the kickstart go past. And also I want to do something about this front mudguard. This is just one I found off a pit bike. I don't know if I quite like it. I almost want one like sort of like a trials bike has, following the front tyre really close, low down. But I don't know how I'm going to make that. And this is how the two throttles cables are connected up. The 125 motor is the bottom cable, the 50cc is the top one. And the 50cc one's got less throw on the carburetor or whatever. So I have to make that little bracket up to make them both look the same. Okay, so I've got the seat on now, exhaust pipe back on mounted, fixed up the fuel leak. Let's start her up and see how it goes. Get that camera lined up. There she goes. Unique kind of a sound. Can't ride it around yet though, because the pit bike motor's got a different tooth pattern than what a normal dirt bike does. I think that's normal dirt bike chain. Anyway, this frame of this bike is a SL 230. The motor was seized, so I threw it away. And I had this idea of putting two motors in there, a 2-stroke and a 4-stroke, so there we go, it runs. So what's left to do? I guess today I might sort this bracket out over here for the brake reservoir. I might have to extend the hose and put it up here somewhere. I've got a little fitting I made for this carburetor. Since it's so close to the frame, I have to make this little aluminium thing that'll bolt on like that. I'm just gonna, I mean this is pretty rough, but I'm just gonna zip tie a bit of tube around there. So there's how these two motors are connected together. Just got like a cam chain, and I managed to weld that onto what used to be the clutch on this motor. And this motor used to have a electric start on the flywheel. I took that off and put the same size sprocket on the back of there, so they're both, you know, 1-to-1 gearing. I might have to figure a way of tightening this chain up, since this top motor can pivot on there. Perhaps I could slot a hole around here so I can tighten the chain. I'll come to that later. The camera's been playing up a lot. I don't know how much that got recorded. Just taking this motor out. It's a 125 automatic clutch pit bike motor. Goes pretty good. Should go real good with two motors strapped together, eh? Yeah. Now I guess I'll rip the rest of this frame apart. Pretty easy. I'll leave it recording. So the bike's all in pieces now, all in that bucket and scattered around. Here's the frame. What I'm going to do is weld a little tag on here for the brake reservoir. Probably cap that off with a plate and finish some of the welding around these parts, and maybe get into stripping the paint off tonight as well. Got that bolt positioned on there, ready for the brake reservoir. I'm going to weld it up. I would like to use this one here, but I've got no gas for it. It's a solid wire MIG. Could use a TIG, but I'm going to have to clean it up. So I'm just going to go with the dirty old gasless welder. So the welder's working good enough on this dirty steel. Needs a bit of a clean up. I TIG welded this stainless steel bracket on for the 2 throttle cables to go into one, but I might tape this off, and because I want to leave it shiny, and I'll paint the rest of the frame some different colour. I haven't decided yet. So I think that's probably it for the welding. Just got to cut that bracket off there that's not needed anymore, and probably go over the whole thing with a flap wheel. Just tidy up little bits and pieces.